So, you had Mira in the last episode, who was like, yeah, whatever. I'm kind of like him, maybe a bit more energized, but I need my caffeine, which is right there, so good. Because I haven't had it today. It's my fault as well, and I will take any consequences, like the fact that it's hot outside, and I'm having my coffee at 12, my first cup of coffee at 12. So I'll take the consequences because I've just been so out of it in the world whilst I was editing my reaction, so yeah. But hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. We're on episode number 16 of My Hero Academia Season 3, which is called Shiketsu High Lurking. And the test has begun, and if you were a betting person, even though this is a more serious matter, but let's say you just betted because there's grandstand seats for people to analyse, I'm guessing, but you're a goofball or something like that. You just want to bet on who's going to succeed. You wouldn't be wanting to put your money on Class 1A considering the precedent that's set for Class 1A. But, as Miss Joke put it, Aizawa hasn't expelled anyone. And that gives a little glimmer of hope. I mean, we kind of have an idea that Class 1A are going to or the majority of Class 1A are going to succeed. But they have that bit more hope. They have that bit more of an advantage if Miss Joke's comments are true, that Aizawa hasn't expelled anyone. And what's interesting is he has talked about expelling people before, but has played it off in a joke. But I think he has a lot of faith in these characters to excel. That's why he hasn't expelled anyone. Because it's expected, like someone's going to underperform, and he just is not going to handle that. But he's really, really impressed, but he doesn't show it because it might break his character. So there's a lot more hope that the majority, if anything, of Class 1A are going to succeed this first test. Because, I mean, I expect Bakugo and Todoroki, because to me they are like the two most powerful characters with how intense they are in with using their quirks. But even characters like Ijuru, who like don't really like have much compared to Bakugo and Todoroki, they are really, really impressive, and I think it's because of how committed and how hard they work at trying to be great heroes, even those who don't do as good as like Mina, I think it is, and who was the other one? I think it was Kaminari. Because what's funny is during the exams in the last season for the last arc, when they were facing off against the teachers, the two who underperformed face off against the smartest one, which is like it is like a laugh, isn't it? But there is a reason why they're still here today. So there's a lot more faith in the fact that Class 1A are not going to repeat history. So I have a good feeling about Class 1A, especially if they are ganged up together and all of that, because you never split the party. But Bakugo, Todoroki, and Kirishima, but Kirishima didn't be like, hey, I'm off on my own as well, because, it was Bakugo and Todoroki who was like, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to stay around. Kirishima only followed, but that's because he cares so much about Bakugo, so, yeah. So he wanted to give him some extra protection, which does work well, considering his quirk. It hardens, so that could, I don't know, I mean, they have certain targets, so he could just deflect them, and it would really, really work, because it would be like cricket and all of that, it could just be like that, surely. So, he could basically be his bodyguard, but Bakugo would be like, I don't need any protection, but, he would be wrong if, someone's buzzsawing, great. No, I was going to say he would be wrong if he was eliminated, because you have those 3 targets, which I know the characters, and I have a feeling you guys will have this in your head, but the best approach would be to wait until someone is completely vulnerable. That means 2 lights show up and all of that, because you have them at a disadvantage, because you only need, like, you can either have the 3 targets light up because you've got 6 balls by yourself, like that's if you're really, really focused on the target, or ideally you want to, because you only need to eliminate 2 targets, and if you get the final target, the credit goes to you, doesn't it? So, that's all you really need. Like I said, I gather all the 1,500 people involved will have that idea. But it's the approach I would definitely take whilst going into this examination. But yeah, full reaction, as always, will be on Patreon. Let's see Class 1A kick some ass. So with that said, let's go.
If you can pass this test and get your provisional licenses, then you novice eggs will hatch into chicks.
I love that comparison.
I expect your best.
They are little chicklets.
This first test is a free-for-all. Each of us has put 3 targets on our bodies. They can go anywhere as long as they're visible. We've also been given 6 special balls that can trigger the spots. If all 3 of your targets
Why do I have a
hit,
feeling I know where Minetta's
going to
put
100
his?
people to get at least 2.
Defy those expectations.
Full culling!
Shoot! Ah! That's not on his target.
So you think we'll be taken out? I don't really see a reason why I should have warned them. I doubt anything would have changed if I had. They're still going to have to overcome this either way. Real heroes could
use
turn
a
this
shield.
situation around.
His quirk, stiffening. He can make whatever he touches with his hands super hard, but this quirk doesn't work on living things. All done.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it from here.
I was going to say, what can you do with Kirishima?
Finishing ahead of the rest of our class. But I'm sure you won't mind, since I'll be reducing enemy numbers with this elegant attack.
Oh boy.
Stupidly precise aim, even underground.
Where are they gonna
Damn,
pop
he
out?
literally is Captain Boomerang.
Sound amplification.
So you got basically auto aim.
Heartbeat distortion.
She's breaking the ground apart.
Yeah.
They're coming straight for me.
Look.
Maximum strength and viscosity.
I said,
Protect this curve. Acid
protect this perv.
I'll think. We'll have to aim well and break through their defenses, even if we don't know their powers.
Maybe not, but we have a plan.
Everyone's
think the
holding
best
back right
place
now,
is to put the
watching for their opponent's blind
spots.
spots and how they use their quirks. But at any moment, the real fight will begin.
All right.
At UA, you look further ahead than other schools. That's a pretty condescending thing to say, Eraser. Do you have any
I don't think he
idea
gives a
how many
shit.
kids in
We've got ultimate moves too. You didn't think you were the only ones, did you?
No, but-
Academy, second year, Yo Shindo.
Great.
His quirk, vibrate. He can make anything he touches shake. However, the aftershocks affect his body temporarily, making him immobile.
Oh. That sucks. Like, setback.
And show my own passion! I'm so looking forward to it!
Oh, shit! Damn, this guy! 1, 2. Oh my god! This guy is insane!
It's about time somebody perked up and passed.
There are 120 people taken down!
What
Seeing a
the?
person needs to do- Everyone, let's get this out of the way so I can take a break. Good?
Damn, that guy's OP!
Although it seems like it would be hard to use in a city. Oh no, we've been split up. Is this what Ketsubutsu was planning the entire time? I've got to find everyone, or at least somebody soon. If I'm alone, I'm done for.
Yep.
The other schools
Never
have had
split
so
the
much
party.
more time to working students from all over the country. I
Yep.
don't know why, but I'm actually getting pretty excited about this.
Oh, Deku! No, 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 no.
Nowhere.
Tag, you're it. Not smart.
Stealth,
Staring
is
off
she?
into space. But what's really weird is that you're in trouble and still smiling.
I've seen her. She's from Shiketsu High School.
Camie.
You have teammates coming to help her? Or is she just that overconfident? Doesn't matter.
You know what they say about
Gotta make sure I don't get
overconfidence?
taken out. Where'd she go?
Oh,
She couldn't have-
damn, she is sneaky!
The ball and that makes two.
No way.
Good
Gotta
Deku.
counterattack.
Damn. Oh, she's gone again? What the shit? You know those...
My quirk lets me disappear?
No! But Shiketsu?
The trick is to not view your training as some kind of chore.
Revel
I'm glad
in it.
we're learning
Revelry
about
in
each
the
other.
dark.
Now my question, why exactly do you want to become a hero?
Oh my god.
For honor, pride, or is it someone else's sake? I want to know your deepest desires and what scares you.
Girl, you creepy. You'd be friends with Toga.
I couldn't find anyone, and now I'm the target. The worst case scenario I thought of earlier is
Oh,
now
look
a
at these
reality.
several people.
This is it. Here they come.
Is that a kid on a car or something like that? Like,
Dodge! Dodge!
come on, Deku.
Just keep avoiding them!
Are you okay?
Just think of them as lava.
Over here! Hurry!
What?
Uraraka!
Plan? I should have been able to get Koda to Mr. Aizawa sooner. And then I could have gone after
Come on,
the villains
Deku.
myself.
Now you've got shoot style. Don't...
That's why I have to train my legs now. So that I never fail to save anyone ever again.
Yep.
An opening!
So your past sins don't become present.
To help others, you have to be able to take care of yourself. New Iron Souls create a powerful impact. And the toes spring back. So it's basically 2 hits in 1. This support item compensates for my lack of power. I'll make myself stronger. I'll keep fighting. And become the ideal hero I want to be.
Oh, this shit, Deku! He's back to tied again.
No, that's not true. You were outnumbered.
Yeah. Ah! Just, you're in a quiet place. What?
She can even ignore its side effects for a short period of time and use it to make herself float without getting sick. But you haven't tried to use it at all, even though you were in danger. And
You
even more
sneaky
suspicious,
bitch.
you exposed yourself to the enemy without a plan. That's not like the Uraraka I know. So who are you?
So you can basically
If
take
you saved
forms.
me, even though you knew I was a fake, does that mean you'll save anybody? Is there no boundary? Where do you draw the line?
Oh my
What would
god.
happen to your clothes? You're basically naked!
I'll get dressed when my mission's complete.
Holy crap.
What's the matter with this?
She tried to kiss him. I'm kidding.
In here, things were just getting good. Too bad. I really...
There's still a chance she might come after us. But think about it. We don't have much time left. And it would be hard to get a point off of her.
Yep.
Also, you two are actually you, right?
What are you talking about?
Oh, earlier that girl transformed into Uraraka's clone.
She didn't get that too, Midoriya!
Sarah.
Body's quirk is...
Seems 230 examinees have failed. Less than half the spots are open. Now's the time to move. Don't dally, kids.
I don't have the luxury of waiting around.
No, time is not on your side, my friend. Nor is that ball.
This is great. Now I don't have to find opponents.
You got him right here.
Aren't you cool?
But how much of a punch today? Oh, oh! Come on, Todoroki!
Damn it! I can't move!
Own them, Todoroki!
Surprised? I thought you said you watched the sports festival.
That's why I love him.
Cocky, we're prepared! Fire won't work against any of my tools. Tungsten has a super high melting point.
Oh, genius.
I'm afraid I told you so, Todoroki. Even if you're a top UA student, if you think you can pass this exam alone, well then, your pride will be your downfall.
This is Todoroki you're talking about. You don't know shit about this guy. This guy's gonna freaking roast your ass. Even if you have him on a bit of edge. Todoroki's awesome. So yeah, that was good. That was really, really intense for the first for the first test of this examination, and it was just really, really insane. We're already at the halfway mark in terms of those who have passed. I don't think anyone from UA has passed yet, but that's okay, because I think they've got 20 students anyways participating in this event, so they've still got a chance to get everyone through. But like I said, I expect the majority, if anything, maybe half, but I don't expect only a handful of people getting through. So yeah, but still, it was just really, really incredible. Although Yorashi, I think his name is, the wind quirk, because he took out a lot of the damage, didn't he? Yeah, he was super, super intense, and I just love what he's presented. He seems to be the guy who turned down UA, as well as was passionate in the previous episode, doing those movements and all of that, which was really, really intense. But yeah, I'm really curious to see why he turned down UA, because UA has lost out on good potential. I mean, it's not UA's fault, but they still have lost out on some good potential, because it's not just the fact that Yorashi has an intense quirk with him, but also the fact that he has really, really, well, some would say passionate. I think that's sugarcoating it, really. No, but he is super, super passionate. Like, you saw him shout his, how he loves that passion of being a hero before he eliminated a prolifera of people. Like, ugh. It even woke up Miro. It was just really, really insane. I absolutely enjoyed his company in this stuff. It was short but sweet, but it was really, really insane to see him. Like I said, UA lost out. Not saying it was their fault, because, well, maybe it is. Maybe that's why he didn't go to UA. Maybe UA did something and it's like, oh shit. But still, they would have benefited hugely of Yorashi. Yeah, I'm assuming, so the Uraraka duplicate was Camie, I'm imagining, because she did look like Camie. Not just that, though, but she did close the door on what her quirk was when she revealed that her disappearing was not her quirk. You know those scenes you get in TV shows when the person, you look back at, the person was just there a moment ago. You look back, they're gone. That's her. She is literally the definition of that. She would do good on TV shows because they could just rely on her and it'll be like, oh, it's normal. It's not eerie. But yeah, Camie seems to have the hoots for Deku, it seems, with the way she was so invested in Deku. And the fact that she took Uraraka's form. I'm glad they didn't go with the whole, even though there seems to be high tension or flirtation between Deku and Camie, well, between Camie, Deku was like, but yeah, even though there was a high level of flirtation from Camie, I'm glad they didn't go with the cliche, she's posing as Uraraka, and we know that there's an Uradeku ship on the horizon. So I'm glad they didn't go with the kiss, just to basically tease fans of Uradeku and Deku himself, because it's there. We've seen signs in the show that they are really, really trying to drive the Uradeku ship, and it's a good job that they didn't go with, okay, well, we'll have Deku get kissed by Camie, posing as Uraraka, because it would be a bit cliche, and it really, really paints a greater picture of why in the direction they went with in terms of Deku saving Camie rather than because he knew at that point that wasn't Uraraka, and Camie was a bit was very curious to see why did you save me even though you knew I wasn't Uraraka, and it just opens Deku's heart about why it's his ideals of being a good hero, basically, on being a good person rather than, okay, well, she can just break a boat for all I care. I don't care. Eliminates the competition, I guess. But Deku has that passion. He cares so much about others. Even if he's rivaling against them, he doesn't want to see anything bad come of them. So Deku being decent. So that was really, really great stuff to see. But what I also loved was the moment preceding that, before he did save Camie, was when he reflected on him not being fast enough to save Bakugo, and how that created a path of despair about how All Might had to retire because Deku wasn't fast enough. And he is reflecting on the, like, this is the thing with Deku though, he's got to live with that for the rest of his life, in his head. I'm not saying it is Deku's fault. It's not, to be fair, because, like, I mean, he might have that blame. I mean, some people might say, well, technically it is, but it's not like I'm going to be malicious to Deku and say, okay, well, you fucked up All Might's life, so you're to blame, because I don't want All Might to retire, but yeah. But the thing is, All for One had to be dealt with in some capacity, and if Deku faced him, Deku would have been straight up murdered. So All Might had to face One for All, and I mean, we even saw back in episode 20 of season 2 that All Might was contemplating the fact that he could potentially die from All for One, and it was heartbreaking. So it was, at that point, it was safe that it was a safety barrier that All Might had to face All for One, because, like I said, Deku would have been done. As well as a lot of others as well. And he's no joke. Like, we even had a few heroes help out All Might when he was in his weakened form. But even that wasn't enough, because All for One was toying with them before he went full out with stockpiling multiple quirks to the point where his right arm, I think it was bigger than his body, basically. So yeah, but I really, really love how Deku's reflecting on that, and now he's now that he has shoot style in him, he is now sure that something like Bakugo getting taken and all of that doesn't happen again. But that's progress. That you progress from being a hero. You're going to take a few faults as you start out. And Deku's not dwelling too much about it. He's seeing this as progress. Like he's seeing this as, this can no longer happen again. Surely, because now I've got this and I'm progressing. So I really, really like that scene so much. I love how the other schools are not so, they know that it's going to be a bit more difficult taking down UA, because it seems like it all goes back to what I said in the last episode. Your intel on what you got from the sports festival is going to be minute compared to how far they've progressed right now. But they still want to get rid of UA because it's tradition. So it's like, well, it's going to be a bit more difficult, but there is no loss of confidence in these schools. They still want UA not to succeed. They want to excel them, especially with this school having a lot of prestige behind, with its background, with its name. You want to keep damaging them and show that even if they have it's setting a message, really. No matter how far you progress, we're still going to kick your ass, basically. So they still want to deliver on that, and that's why they're not losing their confidence. Oh, you might have progressed, but we're still gonna eliminate you. Even though it seems like nobody has been eliminated thus far, it seems like a bunch of others have. I'm not sure if an entire school has been I don't think so, but there's still that confidence in trying to get UA sorted out as quickly as possible, because that's the target. Get UA out the picture and you can all fend for yourselves. And it seems like Todoroki is facing that with it's literally a school of people, because they are all seemingly in the same uniform. They have certain, it seems like they have certain styles. I think Shiketsu had similar costumes to UA, because theirs were different, if you know what I mean. Deku's suit is different from Bakugo's, and Bakugo's is different. Yeah, their suits were different, but I don't know about Camie as well. Like, I think she's from a different school. She was more uniformed, it seemed. Whereas, like, if she were to be for, like, if that was her, like, if she had a hero costume, she wouldn't need to worry because she's got that whiteness. That's basically her body, but it's covered up. So yeah, well, maybe she might want to look stylish. Who knows? Yeah, I would well, no, that would be Yuga's. Yuga's stylish, but hey, you can't go wrong with styling it up. It's as long as you deliver. So yeah, but you had a group of people as well who were in like kind of, I don't know, ninja costumes. Like it seemed like it from what I could tell. It's looking really, really great stuff to see. Well, we're at the halfway mark, but it's really, really great stuff that nobody from UA has been eliminated yet, because there's still a bit of hope. But they've got to pack a punch because we're at the halfway point, so time is not on their side. Like Todoroki said, like, I haven't got time, so he's got to deal with those guys as soon as possible. And they're not holding back, especially the person who could, I wonder if he can do that to himself, be Ant-Man, like shrink himself or biggen himself, should I say. He could literally be Scott. Kind of sounds like him as well, kinda, not totally, but intense Scott, yeah. After everyone got snapped and all of that. No, I'm kidding. No, but in all seriousness, I'm really excited to see where the next episode does go. There was some great strategy from Shindo, I think it was, yeah, by dispersing everyone, so it can make it a lot more, because the idea is to be unified, so it makes it easier for your entire school to pass, I guess. It makes the situation a lot more easier, but and you never split the party. I learned this from D&D, never split the party. So Shindo does that exactly to make it a bit more worrying. But yeah, it was a really, really great episode. I absolutely loved the action-pack episode that we had, and how intense we got, like the differences in the quirks that some people have, like Shindo, like Yorashi, Camie. It was a really, really great style of quirks, because they brought some new quirks to the table, and they were very, very interesting. It wasn't mundane, especially Yorashi, like, bloody hell. I mean, if you can wake Mirror up, then you've done really, really good. But no, it was really great stuff to see. I also want to know, like, I don't know if Deku getting a scratch means anything or something like that. Because I was thinking, is she trying to, like, I don't know if, like, it's definitely flirting, but I don't know if she just wants more information so she can, because if you're going to be a duplicate, you want to be perfect in getting as much information as possible. So I don't know if she was also wanting to like be a better duplicate, because Deku managed to, like, I mean, you can't help the fact that unless you're like, I think Monoma has the copy quirk, so he can basically have the quirk of his opponent if it's fired to him. So yeah, unless you're Monoma, then you can't really help that matter, but it's best to get as much information as possible so you can be a better duplicate, so you can fool the others, and be like Uraraka, I guess, like, well, the fake Uraraka, trying to place the ball on the target. So yeah, but Deku knew straight away. So yeah, I don't know if she's trying to do that. I don't know if she's trying to do that as well. And I'm thinking maybe the scratch is to do like stains blood or something like that. But maybe I'm looking too much into it, because Uraraka didn't say, yeah, she scratched me and all of that. So maybe I am looking too much into it. But it would be a great way to summarize how Camie gets the quirk. But yeah, it was really, really fun of an episode. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out all my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!